clients. One of my clients in Malindi, actually waiting to leave for Nairobi shortly, a great eye-opener. Good on you, good on you. I mean, that is good. You're expanding your boundaries. So have a safe journey, Patrick, and stay with us as we continue on. Okay, Doreen.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Happy to be here. My name is Doreen Barasa, but I go by Doreen Hongo. I am a confidence and communications coach, and I also train on entrepreneurship. A good thing that happened this week is that I overcame a setback that helped me to get back on course. There's something that happened that threw me off balance, but I'm now on course and I'm happy about that. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So you said you're a confidence and communication coach.
Yes.
So you help people build up their confidence.
Yes, by first identifying their self-limiting beliefs and then overcoming them, because those are the main issues that hinder people from being confident and communicating effectively.
Yeah, self-limiting beliefs. Those belief systems can really hinder people, yeah? Okay, I have two Hannahs here. Hannah, there's Hannah Mbachia and there's Hannah not Mbachia, the one who has a single name. Hannah, tell us something about yourself.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Evening.
I'm Hannah Ngogi. I'll put my other name so that it's clear who Hannah is speaking. So what I do is that I help individuals and companies to do quality infrastructure. I support them in the design work and construction and project management. I'm a civil engineer. I saw this advert and I thought this is the time that I'm working on my personal blood and I saw it's related. So happy to join. Thanks.
Oh, welcome, Hannah. Hannah, what did you say your other name was?
Hannah Ngogi.
Hannah Ngogi, okay, civil engineer.
Yeah, and what happened this week that made me happy is I was able to unlock is it a project challenge, something that was hindering me from progressing for one of the projects. So we were able to get some connection and get some approval from Kenha. So happy about that. Thanks.
Oh, good. That is awesome. Good, good. Hannah Mbachia.
Hello and good evening, everyone.
Evening to you.
Okay, I'm Hannah Mbachia. I'm a financial advisor, most in the line of insurance. I help persons realize, the three goals running together: the short-term goal, the medium-term goal, and the long-term goal, so that we don't concentrate on one area and leave the other. So mine is to sit down with the client, look at their finances, and help them. And once I do that, they also help me out. But the most exciting thing about the journey that I'm in the journey of, financial advisor, is that we have all these goals that would easily want to achieve, but the discipline thereof of saving the money. Now that's one of the areas, the discipline. And it's an exciting journey. I've done this for over 20 years now. I'm excited to be in this forum today because I began this journey with 20X just late last month, and it's getting better. Yeah, I specifically offer solutions that are offered by ICEA Lion. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Hannah. I like what you said, discipline. There's someone else who also said consistency. Two very key things in growing sales. Very key things, consistency and discipline. To us, very, very key. Yes, Hannah, welcome. And that's a beautiful thing you're doing, helping people, spread their risk. Even in the Bible it says, spread out your risk, short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals in terms of investment.
Can I complete that for you?
Yeah, go ahead, Hannah.
Yeah, the Bible says that you cast your bread in many waters, eh? Yeah, over time, some of it will come back. So the many waters is what I do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, finally, let's
Great.
listen to Claire. Sorry, not Claire, Clara.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Clara?
Really good, thank you very much. My name is Clara Mutongi. I'm an event planner. What I do is I basically listen to the clients and listen to their dreams, and I literally turn their dreams into reality. Hence my company name, Dream Reality. So I'm really excited to be here, and I'm really just dying and hoping just to learn more from everybody. Thank you.
Awesome, Clara. Something positive that happened this week?
Well, I got to meet new clients, and I managed to actually start up a starting group, and or rather I'm leading a group that basically our aim is just to get more clients, but the whole thing for me was starting up a whole group was amazing for me. That was something very positive.
Okay, awesome, great. So I think we'll just start right into the session. Vincent, Rachel, maybe you can write in the chat what your name, what you sell, and a good and a positive thing that happened this week, so that we can dig right into it. Huh? So today we are going to talk about social media and how social media, how do you leverage or use social media to increase or to boost our sales. I mean, sometimes we've seen like, oh, 5,000 likes or you reach millions. We see big figures and we get so excited, yeah? And when you dive into it, you're putting your time, you're putting this, somehow things are not coming. Somehow, I mean, you wake up every day, you're seeing likes, this amount, thousands and thousands of likes, impressions, there are 10,000, you know, views, you got this amount of views, but what we want is the cold hard cash. So what we are doing here today is we are going to talk about that gap between the social media, the activity on social media, and how to convert it into the cold hard cash. So to do that, I'm going to welcome our speaker for the day, Eunice Maina, who's our leading coach and sales coach and trainer in 20X Entrepreneurs, to take it up from there. Eunice, karibu sana.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you for the session. So ndio watu wenye hawananga Valentine's ama? Now let me tell you the secret. I mean, something. We actually decided to just try this. I remember in the office we had a debate, you know, will people really come, you know, during Valentine? And we were like, okay, we will never know whether people can come until we do it. And here we are, and it's good to see you, Hannah. Hannah was my classmate. Schoolmate. We're in the same year.
Thanks, Eunice.
Yeah, Hannah. Karibu sana.
Santi.
Thank you. Thank you for showing us that even engineers need to sell. Many times people don't realize how important it is for everyone, including doctors. These days, nobody has been left behind. Interestingly, is that even the professions that would never sell, they're struggling to get clients today. I've been meeting lawyers and they're like, what? Where do we get clients? So let's say the cheese moved, the crowd has shifted, and everybody must sell. So we're just going to start our session tonight. I'm glad to hear your introductions. I will introduce myself also. I'm Eunice Maina Guru. I'm the founder of BSmart and 20X Entrepreneur. BSmart is an online insurance comparison platform where we enable customers to choose the right insurance. And 20X, I will tell you more about 20X. But most importantly is that I'm a scientist who turned a salesperson. So I studied chemistry and maths, then computer studies, later, then an MBA. I was told recently, I didn't realize it was important until somebody asked for it. Yeah, so I last year graduated with my MBA. So we thank God for that. So I'm going to share my screen to start the session. Faith, you could mute those who are not muted. Please mute for me. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen.
All right.
But maybe you need to expand it. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So today's topic, I was given the topic that turning social media engagement into sales. I know everyone wonders, and I want to hear from you, which Brenda did not ask. What are you expecting in this session? What are the challenges you're facing with social media? I just asked a few people. You can raise your hand and just share your experience with social media engagement, the likes. You know, what are your feel about social media as it is now? Please volunteer before I volunteer you. Clara, I'm volunteering you.
All right. Hi, Eunice.
Yes.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Great. Social media. Unfortunately, I'm one of those who will definitely get so many likes, all that, but turning them into paying customers or clients is, my goodness, wow. So for me, my experience, unfortunately, hasn't been very positive. Yeah. Well, I do get people who really love my work, yes, but having to turn them into paying clients is that's not the challenge for me. Yeah, so for me, I'd have to say social media, for marketing your work, for me, it has mostly been for people just to see it, but because most of my work actually comes from just word of mouth. So social media, unfortunately, hasn't worked. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much, Clara. I see George Kimondo. George, what has been your experience? You could also introduce yourself as you share your experience.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Okay. Now, I'm very new. I've not tried, but I'm interested.
Sorry?
I've not tried media.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm very interested.
Wow, interesting. Thank you, George, for sharing.
Yes.
Yeah, the rest of the people, please type in the chat. Share with us what has been your experience. You know, Henry, Hannah Mbachia, Vincent, just share what has been your experience with social media. If you've not had experience, it's all right. Just put it there. Oh, yeah, I see Grace
There's a hand up.
hand.
Yeah, there's a hand up.
Please go ahead, Grace.
I think it's easier for me to talk than type. So
Okay.
I've found, what's it called? So I'm just starting to use social media professionally. In my line of work, I've used it for organizations and that kind of thing. But now I'm turning the lens inward and now really trying to position myself, especially on LinkedIn. I think I'm still shy to make bold conversions, like, I can do a bit, sell, that's actually the word, sell. So for right now, it's just been on content. So I'm at that point of content creation and really making the content valuable so that when I come to the point of selling, then, it's an easy transition. So far, it's a mixed bag. Some posts do better than others. So I'm learning as I go. I mean, I just started this intentionally in January. So I'm just learning as I go what works and what doesn't work.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Grace.
There's another hand, Doreen.
Doreen, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. My experience has been, I would say, good, but it can be better. And I'm referencing to the last 1 year, where after just getting a few insights from people whose social media posts were working, was what someone I think has mentioned here, how you position yourself. Are you positioning yourself as an authority or as an expert in your niche? by giving valuable content. The moment I started doing that, and then I advertised for some sessions that I was doing, the coaching sessions, the conversions came in. It was not so much of a struggle. But what I've also realized is that since my social media has what I would call my immediate circle, friends and people you schooled with, people you went to church with and whatnot, and just a few others outside that circle, they sometimes are not your target market. So now I want to move beyond that circle, because once they buy that seat, and most of them, they're just like promoting you in quotes. So I would like to, it has worked. Because of that, I've realized it has worked. So I believe it can be better, 20 times better, if I know how to move beyond the circle that was able to buy into what I was doing as a result of the positioning.
Wow.
But prior to that, I was just posting jokes and memes and things like that. So I realized it has a way of influencing people's perception about you. Thanks.
I
I
love
have
that.
some,
Thank you.
I have a
Great.
chat here. Hi, this is from Henry. No experience yet, but found someone wanting me to make videos of him training dogs for social media. So yes,
Wow.
everyone is going.
Opportunities.
Yes, exactly.
All
Yes.
right. Awesome. So today we're just going to, it's going to be very brief, just highlights of this thing called social media, how to turn engagement into sales. And I like that some of you have got experience, others have got, you know, have not benefited from it. Others have made it big, you know, big time, like Grace. And we keep growing, we keep learning, all right? So we've already introduced ourselves. I wanted to introduce 20X before I start. 20X is a sales accelerator company. What do? We help businesses accelerate sales. And this we do through, number one, designing simple and executable sales and marketing strategy. Number two, we match make you with the sales teams. Now, I always tell SMEs that we do not get the best salespeople, but we get the average salespeople and we turn them to be great salespeople. Why? Because most of the small business owners, you're not able to afford high quality, you know, the best of the salespeople in the market. So because you can't afford them, then don't go for them. What we do is to shorten the journey of converting the average ones into great salespeople. So we match make. We actually don't call it recruitment. We call it matchmaking. Why? Because we actually had pick people. We come to your business, understand your business, what it is that you do, your values. And then when we are picking the salespeople, we pick those who can fit in your organization. And now when they come to you, we don't dump them and leave. We actually walk with you the journey. It's a 5-week journey that we walk with you, whereby we ensure that it's the right fit for the organization and they actually are able to start making sales. So that's how we matchmake. It's like dating. You know those connectors of dating. That's what we do, because we know that getting salespeople is the hard job. It's not easy. And because that's our experience, we just had picked them and match them with your business, all right? The other way we do that is through sales training and coaching. And finally, we do sales team management and agency. You can actually outsource us to do your sales. So we have an agreement and we do your sales, we agree on the numbers, and you keep growing your business. So our dream and our aspiration is that you grow 20 times. So the name 20X is not just a name, it means 20 times. We have a dream that all the small businesses, because we focus on mainly, of course, we do corporate training, but majority, our customer is a small and medium enterprise who is struggling to actually grow their business through sales, either because they can't hire the right salesperson or the sales team they have do not have the skills to do sales, or they don't even have a strategy, and that's why they're not able to make sales. Or it's a one-man show and you can't hire a sales team, so you just outsource. You make us your sales team and we sell on your behalf. All right, so that's 20X Entrepreneur. So I just want to begin with why sell? Why should we sell? I've seen Hundo, they spoke hand before we stopped. And could you go, be the first to tell us, why do you sell?
As we sell to make an experience. Oops. Our theme is customized just for you. So apart, you can hear me?
Wait, I think we can't
Breaking
hear you.
off.
You're breaking, yeah.
There's
All
someone
right.
in the background somewhere.
Are you able to speak?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So basically, we share an experience. So apart from the sales and what we want, well, the money aspect bit is about also making an impact, giving quality. Yeah.
Mm,
Thank you.
awesome. Mercy, thank you so much, Hundo. Mercy Andaro. I know Mercy.
Yes, you do,
Today I'm seeing
Eunice.
familiar. Yes, today I'm seeing familiar. Ni watu wenye hawaendagi Valentine ndio wamekuja hapa.
Ama tumemaliza Valentine. Ama
Ama mmemaliza Valentine. But don't worry, by the way, we are together in this. You can see we are all here. So, pamoja. Tell us, why do you sell?
I think selling is also offering to serve. So there's a value that you have created, but then by selling, you're actually now giving the other person an opportunity to, to experience a service from you, for you to serve them. And the only way you can serve them is if they get to know about it.
Exactly. Wow. Thank you so much, Mercy, for that. Yes, selling, we normally say that nothing happens until you sell something. Nothing. Actually, nothing happens until somebody sells something. Did you know that? Let me give an example. Even if we created the best training program on earth, and we do not let you know that it exists, then nothing will happen. It will just be a beautiful training program. Even if you there's someone who is selling insurance, even if you had the best products on earth and nobody knows about them, nothing happens. It's just like there's someone who likes saying, it's like winking at a girl in the dark. Now that's in the Valentine spirit. Imagine a guy is winking at a girl and it's in darkness. Will there be anything that will happen? They won't even know. They won't know, they won't see, and nothing happens. So selling is actually the beginning of making things happen. And number two, it's the lifeblood of every business. If you don't sell, there is nothing, no jobs will be created if sales are not there. Nobody will be paid. Basically, a business cannot exist without sales. It's the most fundamental part of the business. However, it is the most forgotten part of the business. It is the part of business whereby no much attention is paid to until when people are broke. People only remember, oh my God, we're not selling when they get broke. Okay. Number three, selling is actually providing solutions. It is offering solutions to difficulties, to problems that exist in the world. So, and when I talk about the selling, I know there's a traditional selling where people are pushing products. That has changed. The today's sales is more of consultative. It is more of relationships. It is more of, attracting people to you, and then they get to know you, they get to like you, and they get to trust you. Okay. And finally, I say that selling is the way God answers people's prayers. Without sales, there'll be no entrepreneurship. Without sales, we will not have the water you're drinking. Without sales, you'll not have bread on your table. Somebody has to sell for your prayer to be answered. You know, there are those people who are praying for God to give them, you know, a home. And you're in real estate and you're not selling and you're expecting, how do you expect God to answer that prayer? God cannot come from heaven to answer people's prayers. You are the one appointed to answer those prayers. Okay? So that is why we must sell. We must sell because it's a service. It is one that we cannot not do, if there's English like that. And let me make, something very interesting. Everybody is a salesperson because you will never get that job if you don't sell yourself. You will not get that consultancy if you don't sell yourself. Basically, it all begins and ends with sales. Of course, there are other people who enable sales because somebody will ask, what is the role of accountants in sales? They are enablers of sales because if you don't provide the invoice on time, if you do not collect on time, then sale has not happened. So from us at 20X, we see everybody as a salesperson. Somebody like Engineer Hannah, who is here, she's actually a confirmation that, you know, even engineers must sell. You understand? Why? Because whether you are an engineer, whether you're in marketing, whether you're in IT, whether you're in HR, the only job you have is to help the organization get the customers and make the customers very happy to keep buying from the organization. So we are all selling, all right? Now with that background, now we can begin with, oh, one of my slides is not here. Anyway, yes, here it is. Just some facts. Now, as we have said about selling, I want there's one fact that we need to put in mind, that people buy from people they know, like, and trust. People will not buy if they don't know you, if they don't like you, and if they don't trust you. Unless we have, and I didn't put that diagram here. We have 10% people who will never buy, and we have another 10% who will buy no matter what. Those ones will buy. So those ones will buy whether they like you or not, the 10%. But then we have another 80% of people who are crying out for help from you so that you can help them buy. You can help them make a decision that they'll be happy to live with, okay? So I'm talking about the 80%. Forget about the 20%. Unfortunately, we are all chasing the 20%. You chase those who will never buy, and you're chasing those who will buy no matter what. And so you think you're in business, but you're only targeting the 10% who will buy, whether it is from you or whether it's from Mercy. It doesn't matter who is selling. Those ones will always buy. And there are those who will never do that. But now let's talk about the 80% who need your help too, because they want to make a decision that they'll be happy to live with. Somebody mute someone who need to be muted, all right? So those are some facts. And so how do you get to be known? How do you get to be liked? And how do you get to be trusted? Again, it all begins with understanding your customer. Now, when I'm training and I ask people to tell me about their customer, most of the time you will tell me based on their age. You tell me their age, 40 and above. You have please mute. I'm not able to mute. So Brenda, please help. All right. So when I ask my students, who is your customer? And I want to ask you now, who is your customer? Vincent Ochembo. Who is your customer? Do you know your customer?
Good evening. Yes, I do. My customers are in different cadres. We have small, medium enterprises, SMEs as our clients, and parastatals together with faith-based organizations. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Do you know that those are not your customers? Now, or rather, I'm telling you, those are not your customers. because organizations don't buy. It's people who buy. So who in those organizations is your customer? Do you understand? Vincent, sorry, I'm putting you on the spot.
Yes. I'm understanding totally. Actually, it's people who buy. Probably our function is a HR function, so we deal closely with HRs and procurement officers.
Exactly. So those organizations are not your clients, but in those organizations, they are HR practitioners. And those people have got pains, they have got dreams, they have got aspirations, they have hopes, they have desires. All right. Many times, I know that in school, when people are doing sales and marketing, you're taught to segment based on, age and all that. But I want to say that today, if you don't understand my pain, you will never get me to buy. Why? And I keep saying this and I'll say it again. People do not care about you. They do not care about your products. They do not care about whatever it is that you do. They only care about themselves. They care about their pains. They care about their dreams. They care about their aspirations. They care about their hopes. They care about their desires. That's all they care about. So now that means for them to know you and like you, first you need to understand those pains. All right? Now, once you understand their pains and their dreams, mnaonanga vile waganga unini? By the way, waganga, they understand their customers very well. How many of you have seen the kibao ya mganga today? Today I saw it. I just came in from my evening run and I found one. Anyone who has seen one today or yesterday? Ile kibao inakuanga tu kwa street. I want to hear what is written there. Or even last week. Jackson. Jackson Okomoli. Oyo Hayuko. Irene Ogutu. Have you seen the kibao ya mganga somewhere? Hey, you guys are nice. You don't see them?
They are everywhere. See them in every corner.
Zimeandikwa aje?
Zimeandikwa mganga mkubwa kutoka Machakos ama kutoka Tanzania.
Anafanya nini?
Anatibu ugonjwa wa kisonono, ukimwi, kazi na ugonjwa yote.
Usisahau KRA.
Thank you, Fred. Na KRA?
Na ndoa na biashara.
Ati na ndoa na biashara. Wow. So, do you know why they do that? And I'm told that those guys get a lot of customers. You know why? The moment you see your problem, you identify, you feel, wow, huyu mtu ananijua, and we all love to be known, isn't it? The human psychology is that our basic need is to be seen, to be heard, and to be understood. That's how we are wired. Everywhere you're going, you're seeking for someone to see you, to hear you, to understand you. That's it, nothing more. It is not money. It is not all the other things. You just want to be seen, to be heard, and to be understood. So when you understand that, then you understand the language of sales. That if you do not see me, then I do not see you. And the winner is in this, because you can get into a stalemate when you want to be seen and someone wants to, them to see you. Because you can get into a stalemate. We as a salespeople, we temporarily hold our desire to be seen so that we can be able to see, hear, and understand others, all right? So that's when you win, when you hold that desire. And how do you do that? By clearly understanding this pain, and as you're creating your content, mentioning, talking about that pain, and people will come. Why? Because you know them, because you understand them, because you hear them, and so they will come. Okay, so that's the number one. Somebody want to say something? I know you're getting ideas. Just write in the chat. Write in the chat what is coming to mind as you're speaking this. As I said, it's going to be very brief because by 8, I need to release you. No, I release you by 8:10. So I have 20 more minutes. I release you by 8:10 so that you go for Valentine. I know some of you are going for dinner. Okay? So just keep writing what is coming to your mind. And number 2, you need to give before you take. And this I borrow from a good book, the Bible. I like the Bible because it has a lot. Actually, everything we need to live is there. It's written there. And in Luke 6:38, it says, give, it shall come back to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Now, the challenge is we go to social media, we go to the settings, and we want to take instead of giving. We want to take. That's why we advertise. And now, advertisement is, it doesn't work. People are not seeing advertisements. That's why you're sending so many adverts with products. They don't work. Remember, people want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to be understood. Why? Everybody is talking and nobody is listening. So you are the one as a salesperson to listen. So give before you take. How do you give? What do you give? Let's see. Yeah. Somebody talked about content. Now, when you talk about content, it's not, content is anything your potential customers see, what they hear or watch, that's content, all right? It can be in form of video, it can be in form of podcast, it can be in form of blog, it can be in form of audio, it can be in any form, that's content. But what is in this content? What is in this content? Remember, you must give. That's what you're talking about. What do you give? You educate. You can educate. You can inform. You can show. Or you can choose to give discounts. Among the giving, I love the educate, inform, and show. Why? You're educating based on the customer that you understand. So the more you educate them, the more they want to follow you. You know the Jesus style? I call it, in 20X, we call it attraction selling. The Jesus style of selling was, he just went about his business, teaching people. And the more he taught, the more they came, they followed. And the more they followed, the more he healed. And the more he healed, they went calling each other, So that's the attraction selling. That's the only way to stand out. If you're just posting and posting your products, my friend, you're going to wait for a long time. Because it is just a post. It has no connection. It doesn't hear me. It doesn't see me. It doesn't understand me. All right. And so as you're educating, how do you educate? You do it in form of stories. Stories sell. Okay. They don't have to be long. You need to be brief, but it need to be vulnerable. You need to be, authentic. All right. So when you give, and then you will take. All right. So give. I know somebody once asked me, how much should you give? Yeah. Are you asking the same question? Anyone asking that question? How much should you give? Let me hear. How much should you give? There's someone who asked me in a class like this one. I'm listening. Brenda, did everyone leave? I'm not hearing anyone. Please raise your hand or type in the chat.
No, Grace is asking her, she's also asking the same question. So for her, she's just same group. How much should we give?
Yes, I normally say that we are blessed to be a blessing. The more you give, the more you have. Okay, so give. And you realize the more you give, the more you have to give. And then you start attracting, people start following you because they want to do business with you. Somebody said here that, you know, she's realized that most of her friends on social media are actually friends and relatives. You see, when you start giving, what happens is that those friends will start telling their friends. And those, you know, and those friends of theirs will keep telling other friends because you're very educative, or informative, or enlightening. It is something that is worth sharing with others. All right? Give and keep giving and keep. We are here because we are giving. Did we charge you anything on this? We love to give. We actually, this year, we are doing this webinar twice a month. Only twice a month. Last year, we were doing it every week. And we have realized where kazi inakuwa mingi. So we have reduced it to twice a month. And maybe we'll reduce it to once a month with time. So give until you're no longer looking for customers. And can I tell you some good news? Is it good news? At 20X, the most interesting thing is that customers look for us. Why? Because we keep giving. We're always giving. And we'll show up even if nobody show up. You know, when we say there's a webinar, we'll just show up. Even if you don't show up, we will show up because we promise to do that. Okay? Number 3, be very consistent. 71% are more likely to make a purchase based on social media referrals. So once you're giving, if you decide you're going to educate or to inform or to show or to entertain, by the way, entertainment is also a way of giving. Make it very consistent. You see, I've just said, we are doing these webinars every 2 weeks. So we're going to skip next week, and then the other week we will do it. All right? Why? Because it is in the consistency that you win. The more you do, the more you will gain. And I think next time, time allows, we will look at how the social media algorithm works for you and your consistency. All right? But for now, just know that if you decide you're going to be sending a post every day, please do it every day without fail. Consistency. If you say it's once a week, do it once a week, if possible, the same time every week, so that you create expectation. You create, people start expecting to hear from you. It's like, imagine one day you wake up, unaambiwa church yenu, pastor akuji, church is Sunday, alafu next Sunday hakuna church, and then the other Sundays, mnaenda wapi? Would you continue being a member of that church? Let me hear from you. Mercy, will you continue being a member of that church?
No, I think I'd leave.
Exactly. That is how your followers leave you. Because you are erratic in your giving. You don't give consistently. And by the way, do not worry. When you begin, nobody may be noticing you. But with time, even the algorithm will start helping you, you know, show many other people. Okay? Because they design it for consistency. They want to reward the people who are most consistent. Okay? And make sure that the content is engaging, it is shareable, you know, it is worth spreading, you know. So make it very educative or very entertaining if you are in the entertainment. Okay, I know this is a struggle for many professionals because you are not an entertainer, and you don't have to be. You can educate. You can, you know, be the source of the light bulb moment, you know. And number 4, be authentic in your content. When you're creating your content, make it authentic and be vulnerable. Why? The only story that is not told is yours. Every other one is online. And now with AI, you notice that, I mean, AI can give us a lot of information, but the only information they can't find is Mercy Andaro's experience told by herself. Do you understand? That's why you need to be authentic. 78% of customers, they say that social media posts impact their purchases, pointing towards the effectiveness of authentic, engaging content in converting followers into customers. Okay? So write the content, make sure it is authentic, be vulnerable a bit. Now, let me tell you what vulnerability does. It makes people relate with you. Remember, they want to like you and they want to trust you. Now, when you get to vulnerable moment, they actually trust you. They're like, oh, wow, Mercy has also gone through that. So I'm not the only one. You understand? And that's how you start converting them, because they feel they're like you. Do you know that even now that it's Valentine, allow me to talk about this love thing. Most of you, not most of you, you marry people who are like you. Did you know that? Jackson, you don't believe me, but that's the truth. Just look at those spouses you have. You realize you have more similarities than differences. The difference ni kadogo, and nako ndio kanakuanga shida. Yeah, but the majority are your similarities, and it's the same. Customers want to buy from people who are like them. So you create a tribe of people who are following you because they feel you're like them. Let me get a bit political. I like, don't stone me. I know things are hard. I know times are very difficult with the hustler government. But do you know that the reason why majority voted the hustler was because he's like us, you know? Oh, he walked barefoot. He sold chicken. Huyu ni wetu. You understand? Now, like him or not, that is the truth. That at the deep, you know, that thing you don't say, the deepest of your heart, you always look for people who are like you. You gravitate to people who are similar to you, okay? Why? Because you don't want, people don't like unfamiliar. We like the familiar. We like what we know. So authenticity helps you connect at that level. And number 5, personalize your responses. You see, it's one thing to do all that educative content, and then when people come to your DM, you're not responding to them. Make it personalized. You know, don't do it in masses. You know, go to their DM, respond to them, interact with them. Go, if you have noted someone who is your potential customer, go to their DM and say, wow, I like what I, like when I'm doing LinkedIn marketing, I go to, for example, I go to Mercy's profile, I look at her profile, I'll see the last post she did, I will find something in common with me and her, and I'll say, wow, I loved your view on this topic. And then I add to it and I ask, you know, how do you, for example, if I'm inviting you for an event, you know, what kind of customers do you look for? Why? Because I want to help you get more customers. You understand? Make it personal. Make it personal. I know people will say, no, that is breach of privacy. That's another story for another day. But the truth of the matter is people are lonely. And when you go to their DM, don't say hi and stop there. Please do not greet and go. Say, hi, I am so and so. I loved, always find something that you like about them or a view that they have written that you love about them and share that because you want to connect fast. Don't be silly, all right? Okay. So personalize your responses, make sure that you respond and even go to their DMs. I don't know what is on the chart. Let me see before I go to.
Those. No, it was, but there was one that Grace Thuo had put about the giving. Grace, let me look for it.
Yeah, I can.
Yes, yes.
It was in regards to giving when you said, give, the more you give, the more you receive. Okay, that's all right. So I was querying that. I was wondering. So at what point do you make this? Do you then need to make a sales pitch, or you just give out content and that kind of thing and wait for your customer to come to your DM?
Very good question. Yes. Now for us at 20X, and I'm going to show you how to take. All right. See, I've already given. So now I have permission to take. I just show you how to do that. Okay. So when you have given, for us at 20X, we say we give, 3 times, and then take the 4th time. Yeah, that's our principle. You can choose how you want to do it. But now I'm about to take, so listen and do the same for you. Before I take, now let me just explain to you the 20X blueprint. As I promised, I still want to release you by 8:10. So the 20X blueprint, a blueprint is, you've seen, for those who have done construction, it is that document that says, this is how the foundation will look like. After foundation, these are going to be the slab, and then after the slab, this is what is going to be. So 20X, remember we said we have a dream. We have an aspiration that you who have interacted with us, this your first time, we want to work with you so that you grow 20 times in 5 years, all right? So there is a building block to that. You don't just wake up and find yourself 20 times. It is a journey, it is work. So our blueprint at 20X is, it's divided into stages. We have the first stage, which is a spark stage. It's our foundation. Uko hapo chini, you are earning less than 100K from your business, less than 100K to 250K. We say you're in the spark stage. Basically, unajaribu kaspark, kuna kaspark, kuna nuru gizani, that one. It's just like a spark. It's not a full frame. Is it flame or frame? Don't worry, it's where I come from. At R and R. Yeah, there's like a flame here. And then from that, you go to the push stage. The push stage is people earning 250K to $500,000 per month. This per month from the business, all right? And then we have the scale stage. People are doing $500,000 up to 1 million. And then we have the break free stage, which is over $1 million shillings. Break free meaning that sasa, you can actually leave your business and it can run without you if you set the processes and the system. So now, if you're on the spark stage, we like to work with you. Remember, we talked about the blueprint. Where's jenga nyumba kama hakuna foundation? So if you're at the spark stage, we begin with you with the 5-day sales challenge. And what do we want to achieve with you at the 5 days? We want to make your sales consistent. We want you to make sales daily, consistently, and predictably. And I don't know whether Hannah is here. Hannah, are you here? Hannah is one of our 5 days challenge. Could you just share your experience with the 5 days before I continue?
All right. Thank you so much, Eunice. And good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
Well, I attended that that sales challenge. And I didn't just attend. I wanted to change my life. I'm at the push level, and I love a good life. I want to continue enjoying a good life. So I thought, and why not? And I remember you saying, I'm in insurance industry. I help persons save for retirement, education planning, the big fives. Yeah, the big 5 budgets in life. So that's what I help people do. So, and I wondered, you said it is possible to sell every day. And it got me thinking, and I wondered, I'm selling insurance. How is this possible? But I left there and I said, if Eunice said it's possible to sell every day, and why not? I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it. You know, I would rather say that I tried it. So I woke up the following morning saying, I'm going to do this. And I remember what you said about I think this is now offered about the hook products. I mean, you know, to hook them so that in future. And then about the niche markets, I listed down some 25 clients who I know can give me referrals, etc. So I did my assignments very well. And then, of course, about the upselling. Again, I listed down my clients and I thought, who are these I can upsell? Who are these that can give me referrals? And what are my niche markets? And believe you me, I'm looking at my diary as we talk right now. I set up my table right in my bedroom where I have some space so that I don't interrupt the family. So, and every day, I've either I sold a hook product of, you know, there we have the money market. We have other products that are 5-year term, which are actually more about hook products. So I decided to go full swing. So, and it is working. It is possible for one to make a sale a day. And some days I even make 2 or 3 sales based on the kind of products that we have. My most exciting periods is when I've sold either a retirement plan, an education savings plan, etc. But what I'm excited about is how my diary is reading that, and I decided to be writing down there a sale. I've made a sale, a pension fund transfer of 11 million. I've made another sale here, a sale, a money market, 300,000, etc. You know, so every day it's just exciting. And when you said about attraction, I mean, Napoleon Hill, all these person, Akina Zig Ziglar, all of them will always talk about the law of attraction. Akina, you know, all of them, Bob Proctor and all. So they all keep talking about the law of attraction. I am a good listener to them, but I'm putting this in action. That surely what you think consistently and believe, it actually comes to pass, because that's what you attract. So that's what I'm attracting. And I'm also a team leader. I have a team. I'm a manager. I have a team that I lead, and I'm teaching them. I'm teaching them because you know, I'm walking a path, and I want to walk with them. And I want to walk with them, and I already have my followers in the team. So I want to walk this journey. And like today, there's a moment that I spent just having a one-on-one with them, and then at 2 p.m. I had a meeting at 2. And there's something you have said today, maybe just to add to what now, another light bulb moment for me today. As I sat with this client, she kept on telling me that I had my children all, you know, one is 12, the other one is 11, going to 11, the other one is turning 9. So wako tu hivi pamoja. So 10 years from today, each one of them will be in college. So, and then she told me, I want some amount, I want some good amount here, some 10 million to help me pay their fees. So, So when you talked about when you talked about their pain, now you've taken me to another level. I almost missed that, because the pain here for her, she wants some 10 million. Today we couldn't get to there. We got to some 5 million because of what she can per month. So now I have identified that as a pain, and therefore, how do I get her to save some, to get a program that will give her some 10 million in the next 10 years? I mean, wow. So Eunice, I think for each one of us, it's a matter of saying, this is for me, it's not for anyone else, just what you've said. It's me, myself, and I, and therefore using it for my life so that I move from push to the next level. I want to accelerate this and get to that 1 million plus, and why not? Thank you. And because, may I add who I am? I'm a born again Christian, and the Bible says that God has already given us everything good for this life. So I want to receive it. And there's where, in one of the books, I think it's You Are Born Rich, where there's a preacher, there's a farmer at his wonderful, wonderful farm, and the preacher is passing by. And the preacher looks at the farmer and he says, "Oh my, you're so blessed. Your farm is looking wow. You've done a good job." And the farmer says, "I wish you saw this when God gave it to me." Because the farm had nothing. It was Pharaoh, so he did his work. So basically, he already has given us everything good for this life. So I'm gonna take this. I'm already at the push stage. Hiyo 500,000 wanga tu ni kawaida tu kwangu, 600 sometimes, but I haven't hit 1 million. So why not? I want to hit 1 million a month. Thank you.
Amen. 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 Can you clap for Hannah? She just, is it last week or last week but one? She attended the 5 days challenge. Yes. Awesome. Hannah, I am so proud of you. And I know I owe you a call, which I will make tomorrow. Faith has been reminding me. I will make that call tomorrow. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Clap for Hannah. What are you hearing? Please type in the chat. So I just wanted you to hear that before I continue, so that you see how we move you from the spark all the way to freedom stage. So from the spark, you start with the 5-day sales challenge, then you go to the 21 days, and then you go to the 12-week sales accelerator. That's how we graduate you, because we know that even Rome was not built in 1 day. It takes time. And our dream is that you would go 20 times. So Hannah, 20 times times 500 is how much? It's how much?
I'm almost there.
Where?
Oh my.
500
10
times
million.
20 is what?
Where? 10 million.
Yes, that's our dream for you in the next 5 years.
Why not? Thank you.
But I love you because you know that there's work. And you're one of the students who actually did the assignments very, very well and reported every day, because we make you report every day. And that is where the magic is. The magic is in the doing, because we know there's a gap between what you know, like now you've known something, and what you do. That execution is what 20X preaches. Then if you're in the push stage, you start with the 12 weeks, then you go to the sales leaders mastermind, and then we help you build, have people and systems to work for you, okay? If you're in the scale stage, you start with the sales leaders mastermind, and then we help you build people and systems. And then we start coaching your teams, not you. You can go to Hawaii and relax for 3 months and come and find your business better than you left, okay? And if you are at the break-free stage, then we need to begin with your people and the system. That's why we need to begin with you. And then we start coaching your team leaders, and then we start helping you with succession planning. All right, so that's a blueprint for 20X. To become a 20 times entrepreneur, those are the building blocks towards that. But I have a gift for you. I have a Valentine's gift, because today is Valentine. Anyone who is ready to receive a gift tonight from me? I have a gift. Yes. Yeah, here it is. Now, I'm gifting you, for those who are in the spark stage and you want to join the 5 days, or maybe you could be even in the push or the scale stage, but you want to test the waters. Today, I'm offering you at 4,500. That cost goes for 5,000 shillings. Today, I'm giving an offer up to 18th of February. If you pay between now and 18th, I believe is Sunday, it will be at 4,500. For those who are in the push stage and you need to join the 12-week sales accelerator, I'm offering you at 55,000. It goes for 60,000. My graphics designer forgot to give you a gift here, but it's 55K if you pay by 18th of February. just a commitment. If you pay your commitment by 18th, we'll give you at 55K. And for the sales leaders on my mastermind, goes at 80K. If you pay by 18th, you pay a commitment by 18th, we'll give you at 75,000. That's my gift for you for Valentine. Now, did you see what I just did there? Guys, did you see what I did? Take this number and call.
Grace, you asked the question.
Yes.
Grace, you asked the question.
Yes, I now see the take.
Did you see the take?
Yeah.
We train you to do that because there's a science behind it. Okay. So book your next class based on your stage where you are at, and let's work together. All right. Thank you very much, Brenda. I think, oops, it's 8:20. Oh my goodness, I took your 10 minutes, but it's because I was gifting you. So over to you, Brenda. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Eunice, for that informative. I'm seeing, are there any comments? Clara, I can see, could you kindly share the breakdown again? So we'll share that to you on email. Clara, we'll share that on email, okay? Any other comments? Any other clarifications? Anybody ready to take up the Valentine gift that has been offered to you by Eunice? Remember, we just put it down in the chat. Yeah, Clara, yes, we'll definitely send it to you. We'll get back to you. Anybody else?
Take a screenshot. I've shared the screen on the breakdown.
Okay. Clara, you can take a screenshot. All right. Any comments, compliments, complaints, criticisms? We take all of them because that is feedback. And feedback is also one of the foods for growth. Sophie, thank you. Wow, thanks, Eunice and Brenda. Very informative. Sophie, we were in high school with her some many years ago. So Sophie, thanks for coming. Any other compliments, criticisms, complaints? George, yes, I was late. Can you share the recording of what we had? Thank you for the information. Yes, George, you will receive the recording. We'll send it to you. For anyone who registers, you do get the recording. Any other question? If you want, just write it. Fred, I can see your hand is up. Henry? Okay, I'm seeing a white hand, but I'm not hearing anyone speaking. Okay, I can see Grace there, very informative, thank you. Yes, thank you also, Grace, for your participation and also being very engaging as well in the session. Thank you for that. Clara, again, very informative, was also a bit late, but Eunice, I will be looking for you. Brenda, this was much appreciated. Karibu sana, Clara. Karibu sana, Clara. Okay, so I think we can call it a day for today. And let's just give Eunice one round of applause, and then we can leave at our own leisure. Thank you. Thank you so much for spending time with us. We enjoyed. We enjoyed having you. We enjoyed being with you.